On Sunday, 29th of October, an unusual activity awoke the dull area of the Swiss borders in the Jura Mountains. The second international tricross event. The opportunity for a large number of riders to enjoy themselves and maintain their form. It's an original competition. If you're familiar with triathlon and the duathlon, it's the same idea. 3 different events, a race on foot, a race on mountain bikes, and then on motorcycles. In fact, according to the program, it's 8 kilometers on foot, which finishes where it starts, then 25 kilometers on mountain bikes in the woods of the nearby villages, and finally 120 kilometers on motorcycles around the Combe au Loop, a course made up of a 3-kilometer motocross circuit and a 5-kilometer enduro track. Well, among the 200 entrants, Stefan Peter-Hansel, the third last year, the Enduro World Champion, 4 times winner of the Dakar. Another star from motorsports, Yannick Dalmas, twice winner of Le Mans. Daniel Laporte, 250 motocross champion and rider of several African rallies. Cyril Laporte. But Stefan Peter-Hansel here was saying that I'm not too optimistic. I've been injured. I have had a problem with my knee. The cartilage has deteriorated, so I've been unable to train as much as I'd like, and I needed a month and a half of rest just to convalesce so I could do the Dakar. This race isn't essential, and I'm competing without training, but I've still got the motivation to do well. It's a difficult event, but it doesn't worry Daniel Laporte. Laporte saying the tricross means there are 3 disciplines which move. It's not like swimming, cycling and running. Here there's a lot more action. Well, the first feature of the tricross is the start of the race behind the barrier that's normally used to release the motocross machines. Ahead of the competitors, 8 kilometers to run in 3 laps. It's a heavy opener before getting into the cycle and motorbike events. Quickly, the specialists come to the fore. Pierre Geoffroy breaks away, and he gradually increases his lead to those in pursuit. Behind them, though, the first torments begin for the non-specialists. To begin with, Stefan Peter-Hansel, handicapped by his knee, stays in the middle of the pack. Daniel Laporte suffering too, but not enough to lose his smile. Well, on the heels of Geoffroy, it's Francois Chaubard in second place, finding his stride. Number 127, the French junior champions, leading Francois Flick, who came 3rd last year. And after 3 laps, Pierre Geoffroy leads by just over a minute from Francois Chaubard and Francois Flick. And don't forget, after this event, the competitors still in the running must set off for 25 kilometers on 2 wheels. Not a moment between the 2 events to recover, just time to squeeze a quarter of orange into your mouth to help quench your thirst. Before mounting the bike, shoes must be changed, and there's another moment to catch your breath before the hell of the undergrowth laden by the traps. Yannick Dalmas finishes in the top half of the rankings, 83rd place. This will be his lowest position of the day. But as for Stefan Peter-Hansel, he's heading for retirement. Oh, he says, it's my knee problem. After 10 minutes of running, the pain started. It's very painful, and knowing that the race would last 5 hours, I told myself it wouldn't be possible to endure pain for that long, and I preferred to withdraw straight away. Well, Stefan had good reason, because what awaited the cyclist wasn't exactly a nice ride in the country. It turned out to be particularly hard on the knees. Bruno Bunwil, 3rd in the 1995 Endurance World Championships, more comfortable with an engine between his wheels. He'll finish 51 minutes behind the winner, while Yannick Dalmas does better. 23rd in the Pro Group. Cyril Esquinol, 3rd in the Enduro World Championship last year, takes 2nd place in the international group behind Cyril Porte. And among the pros, it's a win for Francois Chaubard, who came a brilliant 2nd in the cross-country. Francois Flick is 2nd and Pierre Geoffroy is 3rd. Meanwhile, Daniel Laporte finishes 12th in the international rankings, still wearing his smile. But straight onto the bike sections. While the stragglers arrive, the leaders are already on the motorcycles. This motocross event with a very selective course is the highlight of the day, and amongst the men, several women competitors too. Séverine Jean, 2nd in the women's French 125 motocross in 1994, came 2nd in the Women's Cup here last year with 3 broken fingers. Now it's time to put on the helmet, boots and glove. Francois Flick, 2nd overall after the cycle section, also takes to the track. Flick shoots up through the pro rankings. He's heading for victory. Meanwhile, second goes to Olivier Robet, the number 15. And Yannick Dalmas does not disgrace himself. Comes in a fine 9th. Dalmas exhausted but smiling still. He says, it's 10 years since I rode a motorcycle without practice. He said, I had a hard time. I said, I'm pissed off now I didn't practice more. Well, Esquinol was happy back on two wheels too. Technique counts and he takes second place, just behind Cyril Porte, who honours his victory laurels. So, after a 5-hour grueling event, the winner of the second Dole Tricross is Cyril Porte. Cyril Esquinol just trails him by a few seconds, with Francois Flick heading to a fine 3rd. More two-wheel action coming up after the break. Join us for a head-to-head with Kevin Schwantz.